welcome back. I'm sorry about that walk-in entrance. I almost forgot when I pressed record. I was like, oh yeah, wait. Because this video is going to be different. One, the quality might look different because I'm not filming this on my main camera. I'm filming this on my little Monday Movie Hunt camera. Or Random Rambles, you know, the little red one? And that is because I'm going to try and film this video straight through. But it's going to be a pretty long video. So if you don't like long videos, this definitely isn't a video for you, but if you do like long videos, then you can grab a coffee or a snack or something and just kind of enjoy this video. It's not really going to be like, I don't know, it's going to be kind of really slow and relaxed and just really easygoing. I mean, sometimes I can film like an 8-minute video without any edits really need to be done. I just kind of go on the whole way through, and then sometimes I'm like, oh, I need to sort that out. So we don't really know, but this is probably going to be pretty long because basically what this video is going to be is, and I can hear something loud too. I think it's a plane. So you might get some of that as well. And I think I've got something in my eye. It's just going to be a bit of one of those. And basically it's going to be a what I've watched video, but I haven't done a what I've watched video in so long. And I've got my little what I've watched book here. And basically the last time I did a what I've watched video I think was in May. Let me just double check. Yes, May. So I've got June, July, August, September. It's 4 months worth of what I've watched this. So I thought, you know what, instead of grabbing all the movies and showing all the movies, I'm not going to be showing the movies. All I'm going to do is talking about the movies that I watched in those months, the highlights of those months. Some of them I won't talk about too much because I have already done reviews or I've already mentioned them, or, you know, things like that. So it's kind of going to be a bit of one of those, but if you're kind of interested to hear me talk about some movies for a little while, then, you know, come on and join us, and fun times. And if I sneeze in this video, I really apologise. I've been sneezing all morning and all night, and then I was like, okay, I think it's calmed down, let's film my video. Yeah, so we'll just go ahead and start with June. So June begins, and I watched The Theory of Everything, which I gave 5 stars. It was a fantastic movie, but it feels like it's been such a long time now since I've watched it. I definitely need to rewatch it and just kind of go back and revisit that. But at the time of watching it, I kind of felt like, you know what, this isn't a movie that I can watch again anytime soon, because it was kind of so sad and so heartbreaking that it was a hard one to watch. But I definitely feel like I'm ready now and want to rewatch that movie, so that's something that's on my list. I feel like October for me is a very rewatch month. I definitely want to get loads of stuff rewatched. I want to then, when I'm rewatching, watch the special features. I have been starting doing this in October, you know, rewatch them and then watching the features, because that's always something I enjoy to do. But yeah, so Theory of Everything is one of those I want to do that with. Next one is T.S. Spivet. I think it was actually the young and prestigious T.S. Spivet, but I didn't have much space, so I just wrote that down. I did a review for this one as well. I gave it 4 stars. I enjoyed it, but it's a little bit forgettable now because I can't remember too much about it. But it did have Helena Bonham Carter, and it was definitely a unique film. But like I said, I did a review for that one, so no need to dwell too much there. Next one I watched was Sex Tape with Cameron Diaz and Jason Segel, and gosh, that movie was a mess, I thought. But Jason Segel particularly, I usually really like him in movies, but he was just, I gave it 1.5 star, and I did a review for that one as well, but yeah. Next I watched Magic in the Moonlight, which was lovely, and I definitely do need to rewatch, but my favourite Woody Allen is Midnight in Paris. Nothing beats Midnight in Paris, but Magic in the Moonlight was cute, it was good. Again, it's one that I'm going to be rewatching soon. I did do a review, so, you know, I'm not going to say too much, but, you know, it's with Emma Stone and Colin Firth, which, by the way, I never liked Colin Firth. And then he kind of started to grow on me. I've started to warm to him because there's something else I watched on this, you know, in some of these months that I really enjoyed, and he was in that too. So, you know, I'm obviously warming to Colin Firth, so I definitely need to check out The Kingsman because everybody loves that movie and I haven't seen it. The next one I watched was The Great Gatsby. This is a rewatch. I've watched it a bunch of times. I love The Great Gatsby. This is the 2013 Leonardo DiCaprio, Baz Luhrmann directed one. Baz Luhrmann is definitely one of my favourite directors. This movie looks incredible. It's awesome. It's amazing. I've talked about it a bunch because I've seen it a bunch. Next one I watched was Frozen. Ironically, Frozen comes up more than one time during these months. Don't need to say anything about Frozen. And the next one I watched was Whiplash. Whiplash is fantastic. I gave it 5 stars. I was so blown away when I watched it. Definitely one of my favourite movies of the year. And guess what? I have not rewatched it yet, and I don't know why. It's on my list, definitely for ASAP rewatching. It's incredible. If you haven't seen Whiplash, definitely check out Whiplash because I loved it and it was so good. Next one I watched was Shaun the Sheep. I had another one that I want to rewatch. I might actually rewatch this one today. I'm also considering putting it in for Tuesday night movie night sometime soon, so, you know, I don't know, but I do want to watch it a couple of times. It's so cute, and I definitely want to watch the special features on that one because, why? My brain? Because why? Because it's, you know, all clay animation. It's Wallace and Gromit, guys. Aardman. Let's look if it's got special features. I know it's behind me. Bonus features. Making the Shaun the Sheep movie. Yeah. Meet the crew. Behind the scenes. Yeah, I want to watch this special features on that one. Yeah, Shaun the Sheep's cute. There you go. Shaun the Sheep got in there. Because I knew it was there. Oh, okay. But yeah, Shaun the Sheep. Fantastic. Next one, Jurassic World. I am so excited to rewatch Jurassic World. I saw Jurassic World in the cinema. Dun, dun, dun. I think it was my first cinema outing of the year. Yeah, I've seen 2 films in the cinema or 3. Maybe 2. You guys know I don't really go to the cinema. People are always like, oh, I don't know what. I don't know. I've done a whole video about this. But anyway, Jurassic World. At the time of watching it, I was disappointed. I was kind of not disappointed. I still get 4.5. I was slightly disappointed. But now, after watching it, I've always been on a Jurassic World kick. I've been like, yeah, Jurassic World, Jurassic World. I've just been excited for it. So I can't wait to rewatch that one. The Imitation Game, this was a fantastic movie, another one that I do want to rewatch soon. Benedict Cumberbatch was amazing, the story was brilliant. Definitely watch The Imitation Game. I thought it was so interesting and fascinating, and there were so many kind of different levels to that movie as well. I really enjoyed that one. I gave it 4.5. Selma, I gave Selma 4. It was about Martin Luther King Jr. and I was really interested to watch it, but I kind of feel like now it's a little bit forgettable. I can't remember it as much, so I'm a little bit like, you know, it's a bit hit and miss with me, that one. Jurassic Park, I watched it in 3D, of course. I loved it, it was brilliant, and it did make me realise that Jurassic World is not a Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park's still so much better. There's something about Jurassic Park that's so fantastic, it's just so good. And then I watched Life After Beth, which I haven't talked about. I think all these others I talked about in some other video. So Life After Beth, I've never talked about in a video, so here we go. I give it 3.5 stars. Basically, it's about this guy who is with this girl, and she passes away, and he's really sad about it. And then basically she comes back as a zombie, and he doesn't really know at first because the family is trying to keep it from him. And it was kind of funny, and it was a different kind of zombie movie. But I just didn't. It was just kind of an average movie. I don't think I'd rewatch it, especially not anytime soon. So you know, it was okay, but I haven't got too much to say about it because I wasn't like super pumped about it. Oh, okay, so next was The Hobbit, Battle of 5 Armies. I've just put The Hobbit 3 here, just because, you know, length of the space in a little book. 4.5 stars, not my favourite Hobbit. It's actually my least favourite, but I still really enjoyed it. The Hobbit movies are fantastic, I love them. I think the second one's my favourite, then the first one, then the third one. But I don't know, the first one is so cute. I need to rewatch the Hobbit movies soon. I love them. And I didn't really always love them. At first, I watched the first one, I was like, eh. And then I kind of just watched the first one a second time and got so into them. And the second one's fantastic. The third one is still brilliant. I mean, I gave it 4.5 stars, but it's just not my top favourite. Next I watched Cinderella 3, which I actually thought was pretty good. What did I give it? 3.5 stars, yeah. For Disney sequels, this one kind of did a really interesting thing. It did basically, what if it wouldn't have been Cinderella who met the prince, and what if it would have been one of the stepdaughters? And it was cute, it was fun, it was interesting. But Cinderella isn't one of my favourite Disneys anyway. So, you know, I enjoyed it, but not massively. I definitely prefer a lot of other Disney movies, so I like their sequels a little bit better, but still, I thought it was a good sequel for a third one. I remember when I was younger, I really liked the second Cinderella though, because I saved up my pocket money and bought the second Cinderella on DVD, and it's like I didn't have super many DVDs at the time, so I watched it a bunch, but I don't actually remember what it's about now, but I remember I watched it a lot. The next one is Fried Green Tomatoes, which is one that we did on a super impromptu movie night, which I watched with my mum, and she picked this. I didn't want to watch it. And you know what, I've still been thinking about it since. I really enjoyed this movie. So if you've never heard of Fried Green Tomatoes, it's got Kathy Bates in it, it's got quite a few different people in it, and I really enjoyed it. So check out Fried Green Tomatoes. It definitely is one I would recommend. The next one I watched was 100-Foot Journey, which I really liked. You know what, I was so surprised by this movie. I gave it 4.5 stars, and I just really enjoyed it. I don't know what it was, but it's Helen Mirren, and basically she has this fancy restaurant, and then this Indian family move across the way, and they open up an Indian cuisine restaurant, and it's like rivalry of the restaurants, and she kind of thinks that their food's not as good as her food, and then it turns out, you know, they make this fantastic food with all these spices, and it's something that she kind of just, you know, I don't know, it's just such a good film. I loved it. So yeah, 100-Foot Journey, I wasn't expecting much from it, I ended up really enjoying that one. The next one is Cuban Fury with Nick Frost. This is one where he basically learns to do salsa. I gave it 3.5. I definitely think it's one of those easy, lazy Sunday movies. I enjoyed it, I had fun with it, I would watch it again. But it just wasn't anything fantastic, but I still enjoyed it, it was still lots of fun. So if you haven't seen that one, check that one out. Now into July, and I'm losing my voice. I can just tell that I'm losing my voice and that I sound weird, so I'm really sorry if there was any day different to do this. It should have been a different day, because like I say, I've had a cold and it's been driving me crazy, and it's still driving me crazy. So I feel like I need to, you know, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna plow through and we're gonna carry on. So I'm sorry that this is a longer video and I haven't got the stuff and I have a cold, so it just makes it worse. But let's carry on into July. Okay, in July I watched Mental, which I did talk about somewhere. Oh, in my update. And I gave it 3.5. It was such a weird movie. But the problem is I've almost forgotten it now. It was Toni Collette, and she kind of came into this family to help look after them because the mother went to a psychiatric ward. Yeah, I can't think of the name. And you know that it's this big family of girls. I think it's like 6. She has 6 children. They're all girls, and they're all kind of worried that they're then going to be insane as well, or well, that's what they say, or mental. They say they always think, oh my god, I'm going mental, and they kind of worry. It's such a weird movie though, but it was funny and interesting and so different than most things I've seen. Next is 3 Days to Kill. I thought this movie was brilliant. I definitely want to rewatch it soon. I gave it 4 stars. In hindsight, maybe I'd give it 4.5. It's Kevin Costner, I'm sure it is, and Haley Steinfeld, and it was so good. It was so different than I expected it to be. I did do a whole review on this one because I really was quite blown away by it and thought it was so different than what I expected. So yeah, I really enjoyed 3 Days to Kill. Next was the second best, Exotic Marigold Hotel, which I gave 4 stars. I enjoyed it, but not as much as the first one. The first one was definitely better. The second one I enjoyed. I probably should rewatch it because I feel like it didn't get in as much as it should have. But you know, I enjoyed it. I just enjoyed the first one a little bit more. There were some characters that slightly annoyed me in the second one. Like there's this other guy who kind of came in who was the friend of the young girl getting married. And he was then trying to buy a hotel as well. He was just kind of, I prefer if he wasn't in it. That storyline was a bit iffy for me. I prefer the storyline with the more elderly people, but you know. Next is Cake. I thought this was fantastic. I gave it 4.5 stars, but then when I watched it, I'm just trying to look if I actually wrote it down. I did watch it a second time, and I didn't think I wrote it down. Unless this is my second time watching it. I think it is. I think I watched it a different time. Anyway, either way, and I didn't quite get as much of an impact the second time round. The first time around the impact was so strong because I didn't really know what it was about, I didn't really know what was going to happen, I didn't really know the outcome, and then the second time obviously I knew this and it didn't really have as much of an impact on me, so I'm wondering whether it's a fantastic film, definitely watch it, but the rewatchability for me wasn't quite as high. But yes, that's Kate with Jennifer Aniston, she's fantastic in it. Next I watched The Babadook, and you know what, I haven't put a rating down for this one yet because it was such an interesting, weird, different movie. It was really hard to comprehend my thoughts at the time, and now obviously it's been months and I can't quite remember everything. But this is a weird movie. It's more of like a psychological movie that you kind of got to think about. I think I need to rewatch it because there's definitely things to pick up on and wonder what's kind of going on there, because the mother, it's basically about this mother and son who live in this house, and they find this book called The Babadook, and it's kind of not really about the book, I wouldn't say, and it's kind of, the end is, I think I got the end, but I think it's more kind of your interpretation, but I think I figured out. It was a very weird, interesting movie, and it wasn't, I wouldn't call it a massive, like, really horrifying movie, per se. I just call it more of a thought-provoking, psychological movie, but that's just me. It was definitely very interesting, and it has stuck in my mind. You know, there's definitely parts of it that are in my mind. The kid was brilliant in it, so yeah. Next one I watched was Oculus. This was another one that I definitely need to rewatch again because it goes back and forth and in between time. And at the time I watched it, I remember it being really late, and I remember thinking, whoa, what is what is going on here? And I lost track with that movie, but I was enjoying it. And I don't think it was as scary as I expected it to be because it was to do with the mirrors. But it does change. It was definitely one of the movies. It's a very clever movie, and I just wasn't on the ball for it. But it was really enjoyable. I definitely would recommend that one. I did enjoy it, but I just was not on with it to really get that one at the time. Next, I watched Lilo and Stitch. Who doesn't love Lilo and Stitch? I give Lilo and Stitch 5 stars. Lilo and Stitch is brilliant and so cute. Guardians of the Galaxy, another 5 stars. I mean, you know, you guys know I love that. Big Hero 6, another 5 stars. I think actually, was that when Big Hero 6 came out? Or did it come out the month before? Well, obviously not the month before because I didn't mention it. This is my second time watching Big Hero 6, I'm pretty sure. And I really enjoy it. I think I've only seen it twice actually, so I do need to watch it again. But yeah, overall I enjoyed Big Hero 6. I think it's a tough one because we've got, for me, of this kind of newer range, we've got Tangled, Frozen, Big Hero 6, and I like Tangled best, but as for Frozen and Big Hero 6, I can't decide which one that I prefer. So, you know, that's that one. Safe Haven, I love this movie. If you haven't seen this movie, just go and kind of check it out. If it seems like your kind of thing, definitely watch it. I love it so much. I've seen it probably 10 times. So good, love it. 4.5 stars. I mean, maybe I should love it, I give it 5, but no, I think it's a 4.5 star movie, but I still love it. Next I watched this movie called Girl Most Likely, and honestly, I didn't enjoy this too much. I gave it 3 stars, but it just didn't really have anything special. It was the girl Kristen Wiig, is that her name, from Bridesmaids, and basically she has all these kind of problems with her boyfriend and her job, and she ends up moving back home with her mum, and that's kind of, I don't remember much about it, to be fair, and I just kind of felt a little bit disappointed about that one. So next was The Tale of Princess Kaguya. I did a whole review on this one. It's a Studio Ghibli movie. I definitely still need to watch The Wind Rises, which is the movie that came out before it, but yeah, The Princess Kaguya was, I have a way long string of thoughts that one, but I do have a review. Next I watched Home. Home was lots of fun, and I think I've watched it, this was my first time watching it, and I watched it again. I don't think I wrote it down. I've kind of been a bit sucky with writing things out, but I've watched it twice now. Definitely want to rewatch it. I definitely love it. It's a great DreamWorks movie. It definitely is kind of underrated. The main character, Tip, is fantastic. I love her. You know what, I might rewatch Home today. It's a Sunday, and it's just, at first I was a bit like, because the booth had this way of talking, and I was like, it's a bit questionable. And then I just got into it so much. The songs are great. I like Home a lot, so definitely check out Home from DreamWorks. It's about this little girl, and this alien, and this cat. I mean, what more do you want? Geek Charming. This is a Disney Channel original movie with the girl from Modern Family, Hayley, and basically it's one of those girl who's popular and the boy who's not popular, and you know, that kind of story. And you know what, I gave this 3.5 stars. Actually, I ended up quite enjoying it. It was quite fun, and it was just a really nice, easy Sunday movie. And if you like the Disney Channel original movies, I definitely recommend that one, because some of them are just kind of a bit and some of them are okay, and some of them are pretty good, but that was definitely one of the ones that I preferred more than some others. So Geek Charming. Next was The Railway Man. This is the one I was on about with Colin Firth. This is Colin Firth and Nicole Kidman. This movie surprised me so much. It was definitely different than what I expected it to be. It was kind of about the war and prisoners of war and so much more than what I expected. I did a whole thing on it on underrated movies, but if you didn't see that, I definitely think it is an underrated movie. You should definitely check it out. I went into it knowing not much, and I came out thinking, wow, what a great movie that was. Like, I really enjoy war movies, more World War II, and this is one that I didn't even know was a war movie. I don't know why I didn't know that, I just didn't. And it I really enjoyed it. What did I give it? I gave it a 4. So I didn't give it 4.5, but 4. Next I watched Annie. I mean, I watched Annie a bunch, it seems. I don't think I watched it again since this time in July, so I need to rewatch Annie soon, clearly. 4.5 stars. It's just me who it's the new Annie with Quvenzhané Wallis. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Have an issue. Every What I've Watched video for the past 3 times I've been talking about Annie. Next rewatched Home. I told you guys I rewatched Home. Just talked about that. And then I watched Soul Surfer, which I gave 5 stars. This is a brilliant movie. If you live in the US, don't know about European countries. If you live in the US, you can pick it up on DVD. If you live in the UK, you cannot. But it was on the UK Netflix, so definitely do yourself a favour and check that one out. It's a true story about this girl named Bethany Hamilton who is surfing. She loves surfing, and unfortunately she gets her arm bitten off by a shark. That's not a spoiler, that is what the film is about. And it's so much more than that as well. It's a fantastic movie. I did a whole review on it and I loved it. Next we have August, and the first one I watched in August, I feel like I'm losing my steam now. I feel like it's like, oh, because like as well, I definitely know I have a sore throat. It's getting tough, this video. I don't even know how long this video is. Should we check? Should I tell you? You guys know. I don't know. Wait then. Let me look. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's 20 minutes long and the battery thing's flashing. Okay, we're going to get through August and then I won't do September because September is very short, so I'm going to combine September and October when I do my next What I've Watched video. So we have Inside Out, unless this camera dies before. Anyway, Inside Out. I gave the movie 5 stars, which looking back on it is interesting to me because I loved it, but I don't know if I loved it as much as I give Big Hero 6 5 stars as well. I just always give Disney movies 5 stars. They're great. I did a whole video about this. I can't wait to rewatch it. So yeah, I loved Bing Bong. Next I watched the Banshee chapter, which I gave 3 stars. It was kind of just, it was one of those horror movies where they kind of like go and, you know what, it was one of those movies that I literally don't remember much about. It was in August, so it was 2 months ago, and they go to this nuclear thing and they try and experiment. You know, I feel like I wasn't even paying attention. I was kind of not enjoying the movie and not really paying enough attention to even tell you guys what the movie was about. So it's one of those. I'm sorry about that one. It's me. Two Night Stand, I actually really did enjoy. Give 3.5 stars. Miles Teller, and I talked about this in my Easy Lazy Sunday movies. That's where that came from, because it's about these two people who basically meet online and, you know, meet up with each other, and then they get snowed in. So they kind of then have to spend more time together, and it's just a fun little, cute little romance movie. Next was SpongeBob, Sponge Out of Water. I gave this 4 stars. I've done a review for it, won't talk about that one. But you know, it was good. I enjoyed it. Next is Pocahontas, which, I mean, you know, Pocahontas. I gave 5 stars. Pocahontas is brilliant. The songs are fantastic. Who hasn't seen Pocahontas? I love the Disney classic movies. I can't wait that they are releasing more of them next month in November, but the problem is they're releasing them with the different slipcovers, so they haven't got the, you know, I'm kind of sad. It kind of messes up my little thing going on there, but you know. Next I watched Startup, which I also included in a underrated movies because I thought it was brilliant, with Jack O'Connor, and basically it's a prison movie, but it's very, very, very good. I don't really watch many prison movies, but this one was fantastic. I gave it 4 stars. I really, really enjoyed it and definitely would recommend that one. Next was Woman in Black 2. Did a review for this one. I was disappointed. It just kind of felt like a repetition of the first and not as good. So, 3 stars. The In-Betweeners 2. I have talked about this one, but I gave it 3 stars. You know what? I didn't expect to enjoy this movie. I enjoyed The In-Betweeners 1 loads, but I was 18 years old. I'd just been to Kavos on one of them party holidays. They go to Malia or Magaluf on a party holiday. I could relate to it a lot at the time. And I was like, yes! And now, being older, and I just thought, I'm not going to find this funny. And you know what? It's still kind of a bit funny. They go to Australia, funny things happen. It was funny enough to get 3 stars, and I just kind of enjoyed it. It was an easy watch. And the next one is Silent Hill. I give this one 3 stars. I don't think it was fantastic, but I still enjoyed it. I'm definitely glad that I watched it. I feel like a lot of people have watched Silent Hill, and it's kind of one of them weird ones that you don't really know what is going on and what's real and what's not. And you know, basically she goes to this place with her daughter because the daughter keeps talking of Silent Hill, and then it's like this weird parallel paradox world type of thing. You'd have to watch it to kind of get it, but I was just like, huh. I'd probably watch the second one though as well. Man Without a Face, I really enjoyed it. I gave 4 stars. It was with Mel Gibson. I thought this movie was brilliant. Basically, he's been in an accident and half his face is kind of burnt, and he feels really, not ashamed, but he's really sad about it, and you can tell. And then this kind of boy, nobody will speak to him as well. People in the neighbourhood are kind of scared of him. And then this boy comes along and basically wants him to be his tutor, and the kind of relationship that, obviously, like, you know, tutor and student relationship that they develop was just so endearing, and then the things that kind of come out of it are really interesting. I just loved it. I really enjoyed it. Gave it what did I give it? 4 stars. Yeah, I've said that, but I couldn't remember. I was like, what did I give this? But yeah. And then we watched The Man Who Knew Too Much. I gave this 3 stars. Hitchcock. I did a video on it, which was a mega movie mix, and I was a little bit disappointed. I really have enjoyed all the other Hitchcock movies I've seen, but this one I was just like, kind of thing. Next I watched Mall Cop, which I gave 3.5. I watched it because Mall Cop 2 was coming out, and you know what, I still enjoyed it. It's just fun, it's just easy fun. Next I watched The Duff, which I gave 3.5. I enjoyed it to some extent, but it wasn't anything too spectacular, I didn't think. And yeah, I mean, the main character I thought was great, and apparently I've heard that the book is pretty different than the movie, so I don't know. I thought it did a good job, but it wasn't anything amazing. But I'm glad they are releasing. I love this kind of teen high school movies, so I'm glad there's still them around. So you know, I'm glad to watch it. Paranorman at 4 stars. Talked about it a bunch of times. I like Paranorman quite a lot. I've probably my 5th time watching it. The next one was Mall Cop 2. I actually gave it 3.5 stars, which is interesting because I actually prefer the first Mall Cop than the second Mall Cop, but I still liked Mall Cop 2. Again, it's just the same. It's fun and easy and just happy times. But again, I've done reviews of these, so. Ride, 4.5 stars. I actually thought I gave it 5, but okay, 4.5 stars. This movie's brilliant. I've talked about it a bunch of times now, I feel like, and it's in the current Tuesday Night Movie Night pot. So if you don't watch Tuesday Night Movie Night, you should. I'm excited for it to come out, so I won't talk about it too much, but I really enjoyed it. Definitely recommend you check out my review because I even wore a wetsuit because it's a surfing movie, that's why. But yes, that was fun. One Day, I've talked about more times than ever. 5 stars, one of my favourite movies, fantastic. Anne Hathaway and, oh my gosh, I've forgotten his name. Basically play Emma and Dexter, and it's kind of their on and off story throughout 20 years. I love it. Next I watched Cinderella, the new one, which I enjoyed. I gave 4.5 stars. I'm definitely going to rewatch it. I think it was on my list to rewatch today because remember I told you I'm doing the rewatching and then watching the special features. Yeah, again, a whole review on that one. So next I watched The Da Vinci Code, which I gave 4 stars. Oh, I actually thought I gave it less. I think now I would actually give it 3.5. I had some problems with it. I don't know. Okay guys, so I'm really sorry. What happened was my camera died. Remember I checked and the battery was low. Yeah, so it actually cut off, so I will actually have to edit this video, but not really edit. I'm just going to put the 2 clips together, but it's going to take a long time to render, so hopefully, and plus I had to pop out, and now I'm back. But yeah, and plus I actually feel like I should have done it later on in the day because I definitely feel like I've got less of a cold now. But I'm sorry, this video is just not a great video, but if you kind of just wanted a easy, rubbishy video, then this is okay. But yeah, like I was saying, I watched, well, I probably got cut off so you didn't know, but I also watched The Da Vinci Code, but still in August. And overall, in my book I gave it 4 stars. But looking back on it, I think I give it 3.5. I just kind of didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I was going to. It's a Tom Hanks movie, and I love Tom Hanks movies, but it's probably my least favourite. I know a lot of people loved The Da Vinci Code, so I feel like it probably is one that I will rewatch in the future. It was just a lot of the themes that went on with it I thought were just, I don't know, I know it's a really popular book as well. It's just a very popular, well-loved thing, but it just didn't sit well with me. I don't really know why, I just wasn't really as into it, so I was a bit disappointed with that one. But the next one I watched was another Tom Hanks movie, and that was Captain Phillips. I gave this one 4.5. I thought this was pretty fantastic. I really, really enjoyed it. I was on the edge of my seat. I can't believe it's taken me so long to get around to watching this because it was 2013 that it came out, so I should have watched it sooner because I know everyone's seen it and it's a fantastic movie, and I don't know why I didn't watch it yet. So yeah, Captain Phillips I did really enjoy. The next one is 22 Jump Street, which I talked about in a recent update. I gave this one 4.5 as well. It was just lots of fun. I didn't enjoy it, I don't think, as much as 21 Jump Street, but it was still so much fun. The chemistry between Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill is just fantastic, and it's just a fun film. I could just watch it a bunch and just enjoy it, so I'm sure everybody loves those movies. The next one is Pitch Perfect, because of course the second one came out in September, so in August I rewatched Pitch Perfect. I love it, it's great. We talked about it a bunch. Who doesn't like that movie? The next one I watched was Lawless. I was actually really surprised by this movie. I gave it 4 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. It's Tom Hardy, Shia LaBeouf, oh, there's quite a few people in it, and it's kind of set during the Prohibition, and it was actually really, really interesting. So if you haven't seen Lawless, I would definitely recommend it. I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would, and it's definitely one that I would watch again, I think, as well. So yeah, I recommend that one. Next one I watched is Little Chaos. Sorry, I've got an itchy eye. There's like little fluffs, you know, little fluff pieces floating around. I can see them in the sun, and I feel like they're like on me. Anyway, A Little Chaos is what we were talking about. I gave it 3 stars. I'm slightly disappointed. It's about the gardens in Versailles, but it's not really about the gardens in Versailles. I think that was where I was disappointed. I was expecting something different than what it was. And the next one I watched was Blended. I love Blended. And Blended. It's great. It's fun. 4.5. I've watched it a bunch. It's probably my 5th or 6th time watching it, and I always really enjoy that one. We Bought a Zoo. 5 stars. It's one of my favourites. I love it. I've talked about it every opportunity I get with that one. In underrated movies, in recommended movies, in just all sorts. We Bought a Zoo. If you haven't seen it, you must watch that one. It's so cute. And then I watched Star Wars. I've forgotten the actual title for it. It's the 4th one, but it's not really the 4th one because it's the first one, the original one, the one that came out the very first. Because basically what I'm doing is I'm going to watch the... Okay, we'll go by the order of the numbers that are now on the boxes. Because it is a bit weird, like, the way that they're numbered up now. But anyway, the 4th one, the 5th one, the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, and then the 6th one. Because obviously, if you don't know, but I presume you know, because everybody likes Star Wars. The 4th, 5th, 6th came out first, and then 1st, 2nd, 3rd, the prequels. So the prequels I never liked as much. I mean, I don't know, maybe, I mean, I still did, but I watched them when I was very much younger, and I kind of don't remember them as well, I don't know. But anyway, so I am looking forward to watching the whole set before, obviously, the new Star Wars comes out. But yeah, that's actually it for August, but I'm actually just going to run through September's really quick, because there's nothing here that I haven't either already watched or done a video about, so I'm just going to run through them. The Good Lie, 4 stars, did a review on it. It was the one with Reese Witherspoon. Fast and Furious 7, I've now written 5 stars down here. In my review I gave it 4.5. Later on when I did an update I talked about how I'd actually think I'd up it because it's a great movie. Avengers 2, Age of Ultron, 5 stars. I mean, do we need to say any more? It was fantastic. Pitch Perfect 2, I gave 4.5 stars. I've actually rewatched this movie since, but that's just a spoiler for my October wrap up, but yeah. And I've watched the special features too. Love the special features, definitely check those out as well. But yeah, so I really enjoy that movie. Dolphin Tale, I've watched it 59 million times. And then What Amazing You, Lucky Number 11, The Mexican, Africa United and Romancing the Stone. I watched for Mega Movie Mixes, so I won't say too much more on that because I've done a whole separate videos on those. And then the Lego Movie, I watched, I gave it 4 stars this time. I think it's my 3rd or 4th time watching it. And I feel like I'm just not enjoying it as much as I did originally, which is sad. I don't know. I think originally I'd given it 4.5, but it's just... And then I watched Frozen again, like I said before, I watched it another time. And then I watched The Croods, which I gave 4.5. The Croods is always fun, I've watched that one a bunch too. And then finally, I didn't watch much in September. Finally, I watched Beauty and the Beast, which is my favourite Disney movie, so obviously I gave it 5 stars. It's brilliant and I love it, it's my favourite. But yes, that is pretty much it for this video. This video was a bit of a disaster, let's just admit it. I mean, it wasn't a disaster, but it wasn't really the best. But, like I said that at the beginning, it kind of was just going to be one of those videos that if you wanted to watch it and just wanted to catch up with me on what I've watched, then you can. Next time I do a what I watched video, which will be what I watched for October, it will be all back to normal and I'll have the movies and it won't be like this and yay, it'll be better. So yes, those are the things that I watched. I feel like I didn't really talk about them much, but I feel like it's been such a long video as well. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap this up because I'm sure you guys want to go. If you watched to the end, then I applaud you. Because I think it's like half an hour long. And it's going to take a bunch of time to render, so hopefully it'll be up today on a Sunday. But yeah, until then guys, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching this video if you did. And let me know which movies you've seen out of this big bunch of movies, and I'll see you guys then. Goodbye!